Okay. So, Professor, I was reading one of your essays titled The Washington Consensus Has Failed, where you suggested a breakdown in traditional global governance system, but keeping in mind the recent Iran-Israel conflict, similarly Gaza and Ukraine war. Don't you believe that the recent Iran-Israel war further highlighted the limitations of existing international frameworks and the urgent need for an inclusive, democratic, and new global approaches?
Look, quite clearly, for the best part of the last 35 years, the dominant set of arrangements, both economically, financially, institutionally, and ultimately backed militarily, has not delivered for many people across the globe. The Washington Consensus, which is an economic ideology, if you will, that promised economic development and prosperity for developing countries if they only liberalised markets, dismantled the public sector, privatised public assets, pursued fiscal discipline in line with the demands of the International Monetary Fund. Um, that particular ideological framework for economic development has not delivered. And we see that in a whole range of evidence that touches on the real living standards of many people in the developing world not improving at all. We also see evidence of the persistent and significant distributional inequalities amongst nations, where central nations, particularly of the traditional transatlantic colonial West, have benefited from the raw materials and the ability to extract wealth from peripheral nations. And of course, we see the indebtedness that has been imposed on many developing nations over the course of the last 3 to 4 decades that simply has not delivered the economic development that was promised by these Bretton Woods and post-Bretton Woods institutions. So, in economic development terms, the Washington Consensus did not deliver on its promise.